Focal is one of the few speaker makers capable of mass production. They make virtually all sorts of speakers that you can think of, from entry level to absolute high end. Kanta series is a mid range, next to their most expensive Utopia range, followed by Sopra range. But it costs more than many flagship lineups of other brands. Price wise, Kanta series is pretty premium. Kanta number one is not only massive but a great looking stem mount speaker. You can tell it is more premium than average speakers. I particularly like its side and rear panel that resembles Herman Miller's Goethe sofa. It seems Focal used one single panel and bent it to a U shape to increase structural rigidity and control standing waves at the same time. I find the beauty of Kanta is back panels, and it's a shame that back panel cannot be seen in most speaker setups. Focal applied propeller binding posts which seem high quality. Top panel, I believe, is a toughened glass, and the front panel seems to be polymer. I believe Focal used three different materials to control resonance by utilizing each material's different natural frequency. Such technique is used in some damping accessories. I found a video on YouTube claiming Kanta number one's high price isn't fair because Kanta number one does not use parts to justify its cost. I say such claim is rather unfair due to Kanta's effort towards enclosure alone. Front panel, for instance, requires molding, and it won't make sense in the scale of mass production. The panel isn't straight and has a slope, meaning it requires careful calculation. Many of us know that enclosure really matters, and I think it is a challenging task for individuals building speakers like this at Kanta number one's price. Kanta series uses FlexCon for woofers. Yes, it is the same material that is used in woofers of Focal shaped professional monitors, and yes, there is linen in the woofer. Focal claims there is TMD, which stands for Tuned Mass Damper in the woofer. Basically, TMD is used to dissipate unwanted vibration. One of the examples of TMD's application is skyscrapers. Focal applied beryllium tweeter in the Kanta series. Beryllium tweeters are applied only in the Focal's premium lineups. They are not included in the range below Kanta series. According to my experience, Focal is not a speaker brand which sets certain sonic signature and either refines it as their model reaches the flagship or making compromise as the models reach to the entry line. Instead, Focal seems to set almost different goals with each different lineups. For instance, the entry line sounds fairly easy and relaxing, whereas the Utopia lineup is super fast, upfront, and has lots of detail. All the rest lineups are somewhere in between. Kanta number one is one of those somewhere in between lineups, and the presentation behaves likewise. Kanta number one is fairly easygoing, but has more detail than Focal's Focus or Cora range, thanks to beryllium tweeters. On the other hand, Kanta does not show absolute high response or present instant holographic soundstage like Utopia either. In some ways, Kanta behaves more like speakers with large front panels. I would recommend Kanta for audiophiles looking for warm, relaxing sound, but not at a cost of losing detail. I would not, however, recommend Kanta for audiophiles looking for cheaper alternatives to either Utopia or Sopra range, because Kanta number one behaves quite differently. You will not get agile, fast-paced response like that of Utopia or Sopra from this set of speakers. Don't let avant-garde looks of Kanta number one fool you. In many ways, Kanta number one behaves pretty much like ProAx D2R with little more open on the top end, a little less density in the mid-range, and has more modern-looking cosmetics. If you expect Kanta number one to sound like either Utopia or Sopra, you may not get what you want. Be that as it may, Kanta number one is still a very nice speaker. It will fit into most home environment for its easiness without losing much detail. I say it is a good mixture of compromise, and I guess Foucault has managed to establish another setup school out of many different sonic signatures within their product range. I'll be back with two active speakers, then Paradigm 200B, Procordio Legend L200, as well as Audio Vector R1, and possibly some DACs. Thanks for watching and see you soon.